Never refriend someone who has tried to destroy your character, money, or relationship. A snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake.
Today I want to talk about the importance of being careful with what you share and the value of keeping certain things private. In our world today, there's a lot of pressure to be open and transparent, whether on social media or in everyday conversations. We're often encouraged to share more than we should. But I want to remind you, not everything in your life is meant to be shared with everyone. Some parts of your life are precious like jewels and need to be protected. When you share too much, you give others the power to define you, manipulate you, or even weaken you. Look at Jesus, the Son of God. He knew when to speak and when to stay silent. He only revealed his heart to those who had earned his trust. Even among his closest followers, there were things he kept to himself because he understood the importance of protecting what was valuable within him. Why does this matter? Because not everyone around you has good intentions. Some people may act friendly but are actually filled with envy or jealousy. If you open up too much, they might use that information to hurt you or hinder your progress. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 7:6, do not give what is sacred to dogs. Do not throw your pearls to pigs, your dreams, visions. And struggles are like pearls. Not everyone is capable of valuing them. Some people will trample them. Being discreet doesn't mean you're being secretive or distrustful. It means being wise. Your life is a gift from God, and you need to protect that gift. Be careful about who you let into your inner circle. The Apostle John tells us to test the spirits to see if they are from God, because not everyone who enters your life is there for your good. Some may be sent to lead you away from your divine purpose. So how can we guard our hearts? First, we must seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit in all our relationships. He will help us discern who is for us and who is against us. Second, we must learn the power of silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is say nothing at all. Jesus showed us that silence can be more powerful than words. Finally, we must build a strong relationship with God so that our identity is rooted in Him, not in the opinions of others. Brothers and sisters, your life is too valuable to be laid bare for the world to see. Protect it, cherish it, and let God be your refuge. When we talk about guarding your heart, we're not just talking about protecting your emotions from pain. It goes deeper. It's about protecting the very core of who you are, your thoughts, dreams, desires, and vulnerabilities. In a world that constantly pushes us to share everything, remember that some things are sacred and should only be shared with God or trusted people in your life. By guarding your heart, you keep control over your life and prevent those with ill intentions from harming you. In Proverbs 4:23, we're told to guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Let's live wisely by protecting the parts of ourselves that truly matter. This means that your heart is the source of your life's direction, the driver of your destiny. If you do not protect it, if you allow it to be influenced, manipulated, or hurt by the wrong people, the course of your life can be altered in ways that God never intended. Guarding your heart also means being discerning about who you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone deserves to know your dreams, your struggles, or your plans. Jesus himself modeled this when he chose his 12 disciples. Even within that group, he had an inner circle, Peter, James, and John, who were privy to more intimate moments of his life and ministry. Yet there were still things he kept to himself because he understood the importance of discretion. In practical terms, guarding your heart involves setting boundaries. It means knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, when to share and when to hold back. It's about being wise with your words, recognizing that once you've spoken, you can never take them back. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who align with your values, and who have your best interests at heart. Finally, to guard your heart effectively, you must anchor your identity in God when your sense of self is rooted in who God says you are. Rather than in the opinions or approval of others, you become less vulnerable to the influence of those who did not have your best interest at heart. You can stand firm in your purpose, knowing that your life is secure in the hands of the one who created you. So remember, guarding your heart is not about being closed off or mistrustful. It's about being wise, discerning, and intentional about what you allow into your life and who you allow to know the real you. Your heart is too valuable to be left unprotected. Guard it with all diligence, and you will preserve the path that God has set before you. The value of discretion cannot be overstated, especially in a world where openness and transparency are often seen as virtues. While there is certainly a place for honesty and vulnerability, discretion is the guiding principle that helps us navigate when, where, and with whom to share the details of our lives. Discretion is about exercising careful judgment in what you reveal, understanding that not every truth needs to be spoken, and not every detail needs to be shared. Discretion begins with the recognition that your life is a treasure, and like any treasure, it must be protected. Not everyone you encounter has earned the right to know the intimate details of your journey. Some people may appear well-meaning on the surface, but their intentions may not align with your best interests. Others may simply lack the capacity to handle the weight of your experiences or the significance of your dreams. Discretion allows you to shield your most precious thoughts and plans from those who might misuse or misunderstand them. Jesus, our ultimate example, embodied the value of a discretion throughout his ministry. He was a master of timing, knowing when to reveal truths and when to withhold them. Consider his interactions with his disciples. He often spoke in parables, revealing deeper meanings only to those who were truly ready to receive them. Even among his closest followers, Jesus chose to disclose certain revelations to a select few, demonstrating in Selective that not all information is meant for all people at all times. Discretion is closely tied to wisdom. It requires discernment, the ability to assess a situation and understand the potential consequences of sharing certain information. Just as you wouldn't give away your financial assets without careful consideration, you shouldn't distribute your emotional or spiritual assets, your thoughts, emotions, and dreams without discretion. When you exercise discretion, you are essentially stewarding the gifts and insights God has given you. Furthermore, discretion protects you from unnecessary vulnerability in a culture that often celebrates oversharing. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that full transparency is synonymous with authenticity. However, true authenticity doesn't require you to lay your soul bare before everyone you meet. Instead, it allows you to be genuine and real while also being selective about what you reveal and to whom. Discretion helps you avoid the pitfalls of oversharing, which can lead to exploitation, misunderstanding, and even betrayal. Another aspect of discretion is the preservation of relationships. When you practice discretion, you avoid placing unnecessary burdens on others or creating awkward situations. Not everyone is equipped to handle your struggles or your successes. By exercising discretion, you maintain healthy boundaries in your relationships, ensuring that you only share what is appropriate and beneficial in each context. Discretion also allows you to maintain an element of mystery and dignity. There is power in what is left unsaid. When you choose to hold back certain details, you create an aura of respect and intrigue. People are drawn to those who don't reveal everything about themselves because there is a sense of depth and substance that comes with discretion. It's not about being secretive. It's about understanding that some aspects of your life are sacred and should be treated as such. Finally, the value of discretion lies in its ability to preserve your focus and energy when you are careful about what you share. You avoid unnecessary distractions and protect your mental and emotional resources. You are not constantly defending or explaining yourself to others because you have chosen to keep certain things private. This allows you to stay focused on your God-given purpose without the interference of external opinions or judgment. In conclusion, discretion is a powerful tool that enables you to navigate life with wisdom and grace. It helps you protect your heart, maintain healthy relationships, and preserve your focus on what truly matters. By valuing discretion, you honor the sacredness of your life and ensure that the treasures God has entrusted to you are handled with the care they deserve. Remember, not everything about you is meant to be known by everyone. Cherish the value of discretion and you will walk in greater peace, security, and purpose. The power of mystery is a profound principle that holds significant value in both our personal and spiritual lives. In a world that often glorifies openness and complete transparency, we must not overlook the profound impact that mystery can have on our relationships, our influence, and our personal growth. There is an undeniable power in what is left unsaid, in the things we choose to keep hidden, and in the aura of mystery that surrounds those who exercise restraint in revealing too much about themselves. Mystery at its core is about understanding that not everything needs to be explained or disclosed. It's about recognizing that there is value in holding back and allowing certain aspects of your life, your thoughts, and your dreams to remain concealed. This isn't about deception, rather. It's about strategically choosing what to share and what to keep to yourself. Knowing that mystery can evoke respect, curiosity, and admiration. Mystery has the power to maintain an element of intrigue and respect in your relationships. When you refrain from sharing every detail of your life, you create a sense of depth and substance. People are naturally drawn to those who don't reveal everything about themselves because it suggests that there is more to discover. More layers to unfold. This intrigue can foster stronger connections as others seek to understand and appreciate the complexities of who you are. It also ensures that your words and actions carry more weight as people recognize that when you do choose to speak or reveal something, it is significant. Furthermore, the power of mystery protects your personal space and boundaries in an age where oversharing has become the norm. Maintaining an air of mystery allows you to safeguard your privacy and control the narrative of your life. Not everyone needs to know your every thought, plan, or struggle by keeping certain things to yourself. You preserve your inner world, which is essential for your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Mystery creates a buffer that shields you from unnecessary scrutiny, judgment, and interference from others. Mystery also plays a crucial role in maintaining your authority and influence. When you practice the power of mystery, you prevent others from taking you for granted. The less people know about you, the less they can predict or manipulate your actions. This unpredictability can be a strategic advantage, whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or spiritual leadership. It keeps others on their toes, ensuring that they approach you with the respect and consideration you deserve. Your words and actions carry more impact when they are not diluted by overexposure. Another aspect of the power of mystery is its ability to encourage growth and self-discovery when you choose not to reveal everything. You give yourself the space to explore, evolve, and refine your thoughts and ideas without external pressure. This allows you to develop your character, your talents, and your relationship with God in a more authentic and unpressured way. You can pursue your goals and dreams without the weight of others' expectations or opinions, leading to a more genuine and fulfilling journey. Finally, the power of mystery reflects the nature of God Himself. The Bible tells us that the secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the things revealed belong to us and to our children forever. Deuteronomy 9:29, God, in His infinite wisdom, has chosen to keep certain things hidden from us, revealing them only in His perfect timing. This divine mystery draws us closer to Him as we seek to understand His will and His ways. In the same way, when we embrace the power of mystery in our lives, we reflect the image of God, acknowledging that some things are meant to be kept sacred, known only to Him. In conclusion, the power of mystery is a valuable tool that enhances your relationships, protects your personal boundaries, and preserves your influence and authority. It allows you to navigate life with wisdom and grace, drawing others to you while maintaining your inner sanctity. By embracing mystery, you create an environment where respect, curiosity, and deep connection can flourish. Remember, not everything about you needs to be revealed. There is power in what is left unsaid, in the mystery that surrounds you, and in the depth that others will be inspired to explore. In every journey of life, whether personal, professional, or spiritual, there is soul that we must all face. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend, and not everyone who listens to your dreams is for you. This is why it is crucial to be vigilant and discerning about the people you allow into the intimate spaces of your life. Beware of enemies is not just a cautionary phrase, but a strategic approach to safeguarding your destiny and the purpose that God has placed within you. The Bible is filled with examples of individuals who faced enemies, often disguised as friends or allies. Consider the story of Joseph, a man with a divine dream, a vision that set him apart. Not yet, it was his own brothers, those closest to him, who plotted against him. They were envious of his dream and conspired to destroy him because they couldn't handle the greatness that God had placed within him. This story teaches a vital lesson. Your enemies are not always strangers. They can be those within your circle, those who have access to your thoughts and plans. In today's world, your enemies may not always manifest with overt hostility. Sometimes they come in the form of those who pretend to support you, who feign interest in your success, all the while harboring jealousy, envy, or ill intention. These are the people who might smile in your face, but secretly hope for your downfall. They may seem friendly, but their hearts are filled with malice. If you are not careful, these individuals can become a significant hindrance to your progress. This is why discretion and discernment are essential. Not everyone who shows interest in your life deserves to know the intimate details of your journey. When you share too much with the wrong people, you risk giving them the ammunition they need to sabotage your dreams. Just as Joseph's brothers used his dream against him, your enemies can use the information you freely give them to plot against you, to discourage you, or to lead you astray from your God-given purpose. Enemies are often motivated by fear and insecurity. They see the potential in you that they do not see in themselves. They recognize the greatness within you, and instead of celebrating it, they seek to undermine it. This is why the Bible warns us in 1 Peter 5:8, be alert. Of sober mind your enemy, the devil prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. The devil often works through people using them to try to derail you from your divine path. Being aware of your enemies doesn't mean living in deceit or paranoia. It means being wise and strategic about who you allow into your inner circle. It means testing the spirits, as the Apostle John advises, to see if they are from God. Jesus himself demonstrated this wisdom. He knew that not everyone who followed him was truly with him. Even among his 12 disciples, there was Judas who would ultimately betray him yet. Jesus was not caught off guard because he was discerning. You must also recognize that some enemies are not aware of their own motivations. They may not consciously intend to harm you, but their actions driven by envy or misunderstanding can still cause damage. This is why it's important to guard your heart and be selective about what you share when you are mindful of who you confide in. You protect yourself from unnecessary harm and preserve the integrity of your mission. Another critical aspect of being aware of enemies is understanding the importance of spiritual warfare. The Bible teaches us that our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Ephesians 6:12. Your real enemy is not the person who harbors ill will against you, but the spiritual forces that influence them. This is why it's essential to stay rooted in prayer, to seek God's guidance, and to put on the full armor of God when you do this. You can stand firm against the enemy's schemes and continue to move forward in your purpose. Finally, remember that God is your ultimate protector. He sees the hearts of men, and He knows the plans of those who plot against you when you remain faithful to Him and trust in His protection. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 5:4-17, God can turn the plans of your enemies into stepping stones for your victory. Just as He did with Joseph what his brothers meant for evil, God used for good, elevating Joseph to a position of power and influence. In conclusion, being aware of your enemies is about exercising wisdom, discernment, and strategic discretion. It's about recognizing that not everyone who appears to be for you truly is, and taking the necessary steps to protect your heart, your dreams, and your destiny. By being vigilant, staying connected to God, and surrounding yourself with those who genuinely support you, you can navigate the challenges of life with confidence. Knowing that God is on your side, remember, you are not called to live in fear, but in the wisdom that comes from God, trust Him to expose the enemies in your life, and He will guide you on the path to victory. Selective sharing is a powerful and strategic approach to managing the information you reveal about yourself. In an age where oversharing has become commonplace, where social media encourages us to broadcast every detail of our lives, understanding the importance of selective sharing is more crucial than ever. It's about being intentional and discerning with the information you disclose, ensuring that what you share serves a purpose and protects your personal and spiritual well-being. Selective sharing starts with the recognition that not everything about your life needs to be public knowledge or thoughts. Dreams, struggles, and plans are valuable, and like anything valuable, they must be handled with care. The Bible speaks to this in Matthew 7-6, where Jesus advises, do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. This verse illustrates the importance of being selective with what you share and with whom you share it. Your dreams, your goals, and your innermost thoughts are your pearls, precious and valuable. Sharing them with the wrong people can lead to them being trampled on, misunderstood, or even used against you. The practice of selective sharing requires discernment, the ability to evaluate the character and intentions of those around you. Not everyone in your circle needs to know the intimate details of your life. Some people are only meant to know you on a surface level, while others who have proven themselves trustworthy and aligned with your values may be granted deeper access to your thoughts and plans. This doesn't mean you are being secretive or distrustful, rather. It's about exercising wisdom and how you steward the information God has entrusted to you. Selective sharing also involves timing. Even the right information shared at the wrong time can have negative consequences. Consider how Jesus managed the revelation of His identity as the Messiah. He was careful about when and to whom He disclosed this truth, knowing that premature sharing could hinder His mission. In the same way, there are certain aspects of your life that should be shared only when the time is right, when the time is on toward with His sharing with is ready to receive it, and when the circumstances align with God's timing. Moreover, selective sharing protects you from unnecessary vulnerability. Not everyone needs to know your weaknesses or the challenges you face. While it's important to have a support system and to share your burdens with trusted individuals, it's equally important to recognize that some people may not have your best interest at heart. Sharing your struggles with those who are not genuinely supportive can lead to gossip, judgment, or even sabotage. By being selective, you ensure that your vulnerabilities are safeguarded and that you receive the support you need from those who truly care. Another aspect of selective sharing is the preservation of your mental and emotional energy. When you share too much with too many people, you may find yourself constantly explaining, defending, or justifying decisions and actions. This can be draining and distracting, pulling you away from your focus on God and your purpose. Selective sharing allows you to conserve your energy so you can invest it where it truly matters on your growth, your relationship with God, and the pursuit of your goals. Selective sharing also plays a role in maintaining your influence and authority when you are measured in what you reveal. You command more respect. People recognize that you are intentional with your words and actions, which adds weight to what you do choose to share. This approach mirrors the way Jesus often spoke in parables, sharing truths with those who are truly listening and ready to understand by being selective. You ensure that your message reaches those who are prepared to receive it, amplifying its impact. Furthermore, selective sharing aligns with the principle of boundaries. Healthy boundaries are essential in all relationships, whether personal, professional, or spiritual. By practicing selective sharing, you establish clear boundaries about what is personal and what is public. This protects your privacy and ensures that you maintain control over your own narrative. It also helps others understand that while you are open to sharing certain aspects of your life, there are areas that remain private, fostering respect for your personal space. Finally, selective sharing is about trusting in God's guidance. The Holy Spirit can lead you in discerning what to share and with whom. When you lean on God for wisdom, He will direct your steps, helping you navigate relationships with grace and integrity. This allows you to build meaningful connections with others while also protecting the sacred aspects of your life that are meant to be kept between you and God. In conclusion, selective sharing is a strategic and wise approach to managing the information you disclose about yourself. It helps you protect your heart, maintain healthy boundaries, and preserve your influence by being intentional about what you share and with whom you safeguard your dreams, your vulnerabilities, and your personal narrative. Remember, not everyone needs to know everything about you. Practice selective sharing and you will navigate your relationships with greater wisdom, peace, and purpose. Wisdom in relationships is one of the most valuable tools you can possess. It's the ability to navigate your connections with others in a way that aligns with your values, protects your heart, and honors your purpose. Relationships are a fundamental part of life, but not all relationships are created equal. Understanding the dynamics of each relationship and exercising wisdom in how you engage with others can significantly impact your journey, your well-being, and your well-being destiny. The Bible speaks extensively about the importance of wisdom in relationships. Proverbs 1:3-20 tells us, "Walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers harm." This verse highlights the power of association. The people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or pull you down. Wisdom in relationships involves discerning who you allow into your inner circle, who you confide in, and who you choose to walk alongside on your journey. One aspect of wisdom in relationships is recognizing that not everyone has the same role in your life. Some people are meant to be acquaintances, others are friends, and a select few may become confidants or mentors. It's important to categorize your relationships correctly and to understand the level of access and influence each person should have. This requires discernment and careful observation of people's character, intentions, and consistency over time. For example, Jesus had different levels of relationships. He ministered to the masses, taught his disciples, and had an inner circle of 3, Peter, James, and John, with whom he shared more intimate moments. Even within this inner circle, he showed discretion and wisdom in what he revealed. Jesus understood that different people have different capacities for understanding and handling the truths of his mission. Similarly, wisdom in relationships means recognizing that not everyone in your life is equipped to handle the fullness of who you are or what you are called to do. Wisdom in relationships also involves setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. They define what is acceptable and what is not, ensuring that your relationships are healthy, balanced, and mutually respectful. Without boundaries, relationships can become draining, manipulative, or even toxic. Wisdom guides you in establishing these boundaries, helping you to say no when necessary and to guard your heart against negative influences. Another critical aspect of wisdom in relationships is understanding the importance of trust. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, but it should not be given lightly. Wisdom teaches you to build trust over time through consistent actions and demonstrated loyalty. It also helps you recognize when trust has been broken and how to respond appropriately, while forgiveness is a virtue. Wisdom is a citadel. Relationships includes knowing when to restore trust and when to maintain a safe distance to protect yourself from further harm. Wisdom and relationships also means being mindful of the influence others have on you. The people you associate with have the power to shape your thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes. This is why the Bible warns us in 1 Corinthians 1:5-33, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, cynical, or ungodly, their influence can lead you away from your purpose and from the life God has called you to live." Wisdom helps you choose relationships that inspire, uplift, and encourage you to grow closer to God and to pursue your goals with integrity. Furthermore, wisdom in relationships involves effective communication. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it and to whom you say it. Knowing when to speak, when to listen, and when to remain silent are all aspects of relational wisdom. Communication is a powerful tool that can either build up or tear down a relationship. Wisdom guides you in using your words carefully, ensuring that they align with your values and that they foster understanding, respect, and connection. In addition, wisdom in relationships includes the ability to let go when necessary. Not all relationships are meant to last forever. Some people come into your life for a season to teach you something or to accompany you on a particular part of your journey. When that season ends, wisdom helps you recognize when it's time to release that relationship with grace and gratitude. Holding on to relationships that have run their course can hinder your growth and prevent you from stepping into the next phase of your life. Lastly, wisdom in relationships is rooted in your relationship with God as you cultivate your relationship with Him. He imparts His wisdom to you, helping you navigate all other relationships with discernment, grace, and love. God's wisdom enables you to see people as He sees them, to love them without losing yourself, and to engage with them in a way that honors Him and furthers His purpose in your life. In conclusion, wisdom in relationships is about being intentional, discerning, and strategic in how you connect with others. It involves understanding the different roles people play in your life, setting healthy boundaries, building and maintaining trust, and communicating Vindictive. By applying wisdom to your relationships, you protect your heart, honor your purpose, and create a network of support that propels you toward your God-given destiny. Remember, not every relationship is meant to be deep or lifelong, but every relationship can be managed with wisdom and grace. The power of silence is a concept that transcends mere quietness. It is a profound tool that can shape your interactions, protect your peace, and enhance your influence. In a world that often equates noise with power and expression with control, the ability to harness the power of silence is a mark of true wisdom and strength in our God. Silence is not just the absence of speech, it is the presence of thoughtfulness, intention, and strategic restraint. The power of silence is also evident in how it protects your personal and spiritual well-being. Not every thought, plan, or emotion needs to be expressed. There is wisdom in keeping certain aspects of your life private, sharing them only when necessary, and with those who have earned your trust. When you speak less, you guard your heart and mind from unnecessary scrutiny, judgment, and misunderstanding. Silence allows you to process your thoughts and emotions, giving you time to align them with your values and beliefs before expressing them. This ensures that when you do speak, your words are measured, intentional, and impactful. Moreover, silence can be a strategic advantage in conflict or negotiation in heated situations. The person who remains silent often holds the most power, while others may rush to speak out of anger, frustration, or fear. The one who remains calm and silent can maintain control of the situation. Silence in these moments allows you to avoid saying something you might later regret, and it often compels the other party to reconsider their own words and actions. The power of silence can diffuse tension, create space for reflection, and open the door to more constructive dialogue. Silence also plays a vital role in your spiritual life. It is in silence that we often hear the voice of God most clearly. The Bible frequently mentions the importance of silence and stillness in our relationship with God. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God, the stillness." This silence is where we find clarity, direction, and peace. In the quiet moments, free from the distractions and noise of the world, we can connect with God on a deeper level. Receiving the wisdom and guidance we need for our lives, silence becomes a sanctuary, a place where our souls can rest and be renewed. In relationships, the power of silence can be a tool for creating respect and boundaries. By not always responding immediately or revealing immediate, you cultivate an aura of mystery and depth. This not only protects your personal space, but also encourages others to approach you with respect and consideration. People often value more highly what they do not fully understand or possess, and silence can create this dynamic in your interactions. It also signals that you are not easily swayed or manipulated, that you are thoughtful and intentional in your actions and words. The power of silence also extends to your personal growth and decision-making processes. When faced with difficult choices or challenges, silence gives you the space to think critically, to weigh your options, and to seek God's guidance. It is in the quiet moments that you can hear your inner voice, the Holy Spirit, guiding you toward the right path. Rushing to speak or act without taking time for silent reflection can lead to impulsive decisions that you might later regret. By embracing silence, you allow yourself the opportunity to make choices that are in line with your values and long-term goals. In addition, silence can be a form of resistance and strength. There are times when silence speaks louder than words, especially in the face of injustice or false accusations. By refusing to engage in arguments or defend yourself against baseless claims, you demonstrate confidence in your integrity and trust in God's justice. Jesus himself exemplified this during his trial, where he remained silent in the face of accusations. Matthew 26:63. His silence was not weakness, but strength, a powerful testament to his inner resolve and faith in God's plan. Lastly, the power of silence is a reminder that not everything needs to be said, and not every situation requires your input. There is great freedom in knowing that you do not have to respond to every provocation, nor do you have to fill every silence with words. Embracing silence allows you to conserve your energy for what truly matters, focusing on your purpose and the mission God has given you. In conclusion, the power of silence is a valuable tool that enhances your relationships, protects your personal and spiritual well-being, and strengthens your influence. It allows you to listen, reflect, and act with wisdom and intention. By embracing silence, you create space for deeper connections with others, with yourself, and with God. Remember, silence is not just the absence of noise, it's the presence of wisdom, discernment, and inner strength. Use it wisely, and you will find that the power of silence can be one of your greatest assets in life. Rooting your identity in God also shields you from the emotional and spiritual turmoil that comes from basing your self-worth on external factors. If your identity is tied to your career, your relationships, or your accomplishments, then any setback in these areas can lead to a crisis of identity. But when your identity is grounded in God, you remain stable and secure. Even in the face of challenges, you know that your worth does not fluctuate based on circumstances because it is rooted in the unchanging love of God. Moreover, when your identity is rooted in God, you are less likely to overshare, seek validation from others, and you don't need to broadcast every detail of your life or seek approval from people who may not have your best interests at heart. You understand that your life is not a performance to be judged by others, but a journey to be lived in accordance with God's purpose for you. This understanding gives you the confidence to be selective about what you share and with whom, protecting your heart and maintaining your focus on what truly matters. Rooting your identity in God also empowers you to withstand criticism and rejection. The reality is that not everyone will understand or appreciate your values, your faith, or your decisions. But when your identity is rooted in God, you can handle criticism without it shaking your sense of self. You are grounded in the knowledge that God's opinion is the one that ultimately matters. This allows you to respond to criticism with grace without compromising who you are or the principles you stand for. Rooting your identity in God also strengthens your resilience. Life will inevitably bring challenges, disappointments, and moments of doubt. But when your identity is anchored in God, you have a solid foundation that helps you bounce back from setbacks. You are reminded that your life is in God's hands and that He has a plan for you. Even when things don't go as expected, this resilience is rooted in the assurance that God is with you, guiding you through every trial and helping you grow stronger in your faith. In relationships, rooting your identity in God enables you to establish healthy boundaries. When you know your worth in God, you are less likely to allow others to define or diminish you. You can engage in relationships from a place of wholeness without compromising your values or seeking validation from others. This leads to healthier, more balanced relationships where you can give and receive love without losing yourself in the process. Additionally, when your identity is rooted in God, you become a reflection of His love and grace to others. Your confidence and security in God allow you to serve others selflessly without needing recognition or praise. You can love others unconditionally just as God loves you, because your identity is not tied to how others treat you, but to how Dylan sees you. This makes you a powerful witness of God's love, drawing others to Him through your example. In conclusion, rooting your identity in God is the cornerstone of living a life of authenticity, stability, and purpose. It means anchoring your sense of self not in the shifting sands of external validation or societal expectations, but in the unchanging truth of who you are in Christ. When your identity is grounded in God, you gain the freedom to live authentically, shielded from the pressures of conforming to others' opinions and the uncertainties of life's challenges. By understanding your value as a beloved child of God, you are empowered to navigate relationships with wisdom, to maintain your peace amidst criticism, and to pursue your purpose with clarity and confidence. This divine anchor provides you with the strength to withstand adversity, the resilience to overcome setbacks, and the grace to love others selflessly. Embracing the power of silence and the practice of selective sharing becomes easier when you are secure in your identity in God. You no longer need to seek validation or reveal every detail of your life to gain acceptance. Instead, you live from a place of deep inner security, trusting that your worth and purpose are rooted in the eternal and unchanging love of God. So as you journey through life, remember that your true identity is found in who you are in Christ. Let this truth guide you, empower you, and sustain you. Root your identity in God, and you will find that you are equipped to face any challenge, to build meaningful relationships, and to live a life that reflects His love and purpose for you.